welcome back to Let's Play Ace Combat X.
The Gleipnir has withdrawn from the combat zone and is now in Santa Elva. Furthermore, with the destruction of the Gleipnir's SWBM, long-range assaults are no longer a threat.
So now we're going to take a look at basically the Earth 2 or the good run at Mission 5.
I love how the good run involves leaving behind your companions to basically hold the line with dwindling supplies. That makes sense, right?
Well, they kind of managed it because, you know, there's no real detriment to anything or anyone by just leaving them to twist in the wind while you went and took on the super weapon.
Man, that goes against, like, everything I've said. Also, hello, Dr. Snark again, commenting on the other side of this mission. The side where things go right instead of horribly, horribly wrong.
So yeah, we're just raiding the shop for all the parts here that we can get, and alright, well, let's take a look. So our only other choices are to go face the boss or to take on Pinned Down, so let's see what this one has to offer.
Allied ground forces are stranded at Stan Canyon. They are members of the Davis unit, who were en route to an assault on Santa Elva when they were cut off from the main force. The troops have already been surrounded by enemy forces and are taking heavy fire. There's no time to lose. With the threat of a long-range enemy attack past, an Allied air unit was deployed for rescue, but it doesn't look like the troops can hold out much longer. Try to hold back enemy forces until the rescue unit arrives. I believe it's our duty to protect the Davis unit.
They're fine. They held out for, like, what? Two missions worth of time? Which is, like, who knows how long real time.
Yeah, probably about a week, maybe, I don't know. But, so yeah, as you can see, the big change to the parameters for this mission is, well, on the plus side, we don't have to worry about the Gleipnir basically blowing us out of the sky with the SWBM anymore. But the takeaway from that is, this has gone from being a destroy all enemies mission to a wait the timer out mission for rescue to show up.
It is worth pointing out that, just in case the other commenters haven't talked about it, that you could totally just ignore these guys and go on to fight the Gleipnir, but it'll make that mission that much harder.
Oh god, yeah, like this is something I'm going to be showing off in the bonus videos, like, very briefly, like, just all the various nitty-gritty, like, I guess, variants of these missions, and yeah, like, a lot of them show up in the, like, the big finale set-piece missions for each part, and it's like, Standoff in the Skies has, like, I think, like, 5 different variants of, like, what routes you took, like, okay, your plane has limited fuel, like, there's no Allied ground support.
That sounds about
Gleipnir's
right.
fully operational, yeah. Also, I just want to do a shout-out to, the soundtrack, or the background track that's playing in this mission, one of the better ones in the game.
No, but one of my personal favorites already came before this, this Mission 2 soundtrack. That's a good one right there.
Oh yeah, the one for Blitz, yeah, or no, Out of the Fire, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. Like, I'm not gonna lie.
It's like,
oh, yeah.
None of the names you...
No, you keep going first, I'll say my thing.
But yeah, like, I was gonna say, like, none of the names you would expect to be, like, associated with, like, Ace Combat soundtracks really contributed to this one. And yet, yeah, it kind of is, like, one of the, like, surprise sleepers of, like, the soundtracks from the various games.
I was just gonna say,
Also,
like, oh my god, that poor tank!
Yeah,
oh my god!
Now watch this drive, yeah? And, okay, it's...
Boom!
There we go. Yep.
Oh.
I was waiting to see if it was gonna survive, and I had that moment of, oh, do I have to kill this thing? And then no, it disappeared.
Awesome. Anyway, what I was going to say was, like, I really, really like the whole trance techno thing they do for the soundtrack. It just sounds so good for some of the tracks.
yeah, like, just... Especially, like, the electric guitar in this one, too.
Mm-hmm. It's weird. It doesn't sound Ace Combat, and yet it does at the same time, if that makes sense.
Well, that is kind of X in a nutshell. Like, it's kind of Ace Combat, but at the same time, it's a little bit not.
Mm-hmm.
But, anyways, as you might be able to tell, the big difference from this mission, especially with regards to the Davis unit itself, is in the first run through it, like in Rolling Thunder, they were all grouped together more or less on the ground, like in that kind of box canyon type area.
Right.
Whereas here in Pinned Down, they're up on top of all the mesas, and a big way to be able to keep them safe is to just zip around and take out all of the bridges.
I knew it! I knew Gerudo was evil!
Yeah.
Those bastards bought their own oil supplies. How can anyone trust them?
Like, although, which Gerudo, though? Shamrock, or Talisman, you know, is pretty on the level. Shamrock, I could see being a turncoat bastard pretty easily.
Are you kidding me? Gerudo, Talisman was the one who downed his own oil supplies. And shot his own factories.
Anyway, eat shit, Marcus. So, basically, yeah, the way to get Gerudo to spawn in this mission is to make it 3 minutes without the Davis unit incurring any casualties. And also, we went and took out the Star unit for this mission, which, again, is also that same hangar that is up there at basically the northeastern corner of the map that is hidden until you get right on top of it.
Yeah, so they are really creative with redoing missions, but you could see where they had to cut corners on time.
Yeah, and I don't know if it's already played or not, if we were talking over it, but there is a line over that will play during the mission where the enemy ground troops will, like, actually call out to the fact that you've destroyed all the bridges so they can't get to anyone.
Oh, that's a good touch. It's the little things.
But the thing is, though, you can take out all the bridges, but that just means, like, the enemy has to go around to, like, alternate routes to, like, take paths up the mountainsides. Like, you can see on the ground there, there's actual routes up to the various locations, but, you know, it buys you that much more time.
But you're still gotta deal with them. Like, you can see this tank right here. But yeah, I do.
So yeah, like...
Oh. You first.
Oh, no, you go ahead. Yeah. No, you go. I've talked enough already.
I was gonna say, but in all sincerity, like, this is how... I really do like how they remix levels like this. Like, Rolling Thunder and this one, the name which escapes me the second. Pinned Down.
Pinned Down, yeah.
But these two missions aren't too different, but as the game goes on, they get very wildly. Like, you probably see with, like, the Gleipnir, the mission down south of the ice fields. That one's a big difference, depending on whether you take it early or not.
Oh yeah, Midnight Sun versus Icebound is like night and day, really. And yeah, and especially like I'm blanking on the name of it, but the one that's basically like mission 4A and 4B, like I think like technically the 4A is like false target, and then 4B is actually the one that precedes it. Like, the numbering scheme in X is a little bit weird.
Yeah. Oh, hey, look! It's an old... Hang on, I was just gonna call out what this place is. Okay, good.
Yep, basically, yep, same line from 5A.
And you're still leaving it intact. I don't understand.
Because there's actual enemies that I have to focus on right now, so...
But war crimes, Crow. That's... What kind of Ace Combat protagonist are you? You don't commit a few.
Well, that's also the thing, is Ace Combat X functions on the same parameters that 5 does, where it gives you really stupid limited ammo for the early game planes.
Yeah, it's the early game. The early game of X sucks. The late game of X, though, it's awesome because you can just. But that time you can mod your planes to high hell, and you have all these crazy super planes for the future too. So.
Oh yeah, that's again one of the things I really appreciate about X is like, it gives you the Scarface basically, even before you take on the Gleipnir. Like you unlock the XFA-27, like I think basically like after like the 5th mission in the game.
It really gives you a sense of aggression. Like that's Ace Combat 2 super plane. It's like, yeah, we'll just give that to you early. We've got better in the wings.
Also, I have no idea what that guy was going to say, but he got cut off by the mission accomplished ding.
Successfully extracted the stranded Davis unit. Although the unit has suffered terrible losses, thankfully they've been saved from
terrible losses. It seemed like they were doing fine.
Several aircraft parts were discovered.
I only got an A because I let like I think one of them die.
Go over to the hangar and take a look when you get a chance.